The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And how about that return? Inside the 20-yard line.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind we're in for a terrific game. A dream scenario to start it off for one side of the ball. A nightmare for the other to get this game started.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the completion good for 6 yards. Here we go. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. It's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
11. Chubb again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line.
Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball. And I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Here we go.
On
1st and 10. Joe Burrow looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They're passing here. Joe Burrow toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. There he goes, left side. 30. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and rings in a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The scoop and scoop, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering,
he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
McPherson on for the point after.
And that makes it 14-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their 3rd possession, they don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Simmons. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
11 Thomas, 11 MT, 11 Mighty, 11 MT, 11 MT.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Smith. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the calendar. He's got a man complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Simmons. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive of 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And a quick throw here that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
19 tight.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Come on. Grab 60.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. An extra point by McPherson up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken at around the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Looking deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Well, the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here we go, here we go.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Ooh, with a juke.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Burrow will throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
11 Palmer.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now Joe Burrow on
3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 95 yards. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A first down carry for Smith. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Burrow. And that is incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Browns getting set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. To try again after the sack. Burrow, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they got this one well in hand.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Ready, set, 19, pioneer. 19 tight, 19, trap 50, trap 50. Hey, pass.
In motion, the tight end. They'll drop to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 91 yards.
And the Bengals continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They'll get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to... Oh, they're on it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are pouring it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, this goes back to there's still defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second and 10. Burrow. And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort.
It's caught inside the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could feet down. This will want. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review in this game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. On third down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That is caught inside the 5. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. This one was he just held on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1-1, ready?
A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is going. As time is running out on this ball.